The Chicago Bears get absolutely throttled by the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona by a final score of 29-9. Yeah, let's talk about it, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL, here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about the abysmal performance we saw from the Chicago Bears on the road in Arizona. And yeah, that was not pretty. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to get into, so let's just hop right into it. So, losses happen in the NFL, right? This is the NFL. Like, you are going to lose games. So, losing games isn't always the problem, if you will, because, again, we're talking about 31 other teams. They're all really talented, at least most of them. Some aren't. But the problem becomes when you look like you don't belong on the same field as the other team. The Cardinals just went wild on the Bears, and the Bears could not get anything going today. They didn't look like they belong. And we're talking about the Arizona Cardinals here, right? No disrespect. It's a solid football team. They have scratched and clawed their way now to 5-4 on the season. Kudos to them. But they're not supposed to be scaring anybody, and the Bears got destroyed by them. And I want to use the word destroyed. I know it was a 20-point victory here by the Cardinals, but the reason I say destroyed was it never felt like the Bears ever were in it. In the sense of you never felt like a good drive was going to happen. They didn't score a touchdown, for crying out loud. Like, it was bad. So, a lot of places we can start. Let's start with this. I told you guys in my pregame video, if you don't stop James Conner, you don't stop the Cardinals. And the Bears' run D had been pathetic the entire season. The pass defense was good. Run defense, awful. Awful the entire season. What happens? James Conner goes wild on us, 100-plus rushing yards. You literally can just tell me what James Conner did for a Cardinals game, and I'll tell you if they win or lost. If you have a rush just for 100 yards, they win. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Literally, you don't have to tell me anything else. James Conner, 100-plus rushing yards, they win. Cardinals go as James Conner goes, not Kyler Murray, as James Conner. 18 for 107. But guess what? It didn't stop there. Emari Demercado, 4 rushes for 59 rushing yards and a touchdown. And of course, we know the majority of that came on the play right before halftime when you were supposed to not let disaster happen. And instead of the Cardinals getting to run out the clock, they get a touchdown because the Bears apparently can't tackle anymore. Okay? And then Trey Benson, another one of the running backs, 8 for 37 and a touchdown. So the Cardinals ate up the Bears on the ground, and the Bears defense had no chance here. So James Conner, when he rushes and has a good rushing game, when he rushes for 100-plus yards, he has a good rushing game, the Bears are going to lose. Any team's going to lose, the Cardinals are going to win. Simple as that. Kyler Murray didn't even have to do much. Barely, right? Like Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, like these guys didn't have to do much. It was just about the run game. And here's where we got to point the finger squarely at Matt Eberflus, because look, your defense had been very solid this entire time, but now what happens? Terrible performance here. Can't stop the run. Cardinals, like, they're a great offense, right? And putting up 29 points. Where's the defense? Where's the defense? So the defense was pathetic, and that goes squarely on Matt Eberflus' shoulders. Because I've been giving him praise when he deserved it, but, you know, that whole record about not allowing, you know, more than 20 points, yeah, that's gone. We don't need to talk about that anymore. 29 points put on us. It's a wrap. All right? It's a wrap. The defense was awful. Feels like Matt Eberflus, his words might be falling on deaf ears here. Defense looked bad. Let's talk about the offense. Caleb Williams finishes with just 217 passing yards. And look, he made some nice throws here and there. Rome Odunze had a nice game with over 100 receiving yards. But overall, the offense looked discombobulated. It looked lost out there. And more importantly, the offensive line looked like a disaster again. If teams like the Arizona Cardinals and their pass rush are getting to you and blowing up your offensive line, think of what the Packers or the Lions or the Vikings are going to do. Caleb will be running for his life. He might just be injured in these games because of how porous our pass protection is going to be. The trade deadline's in a few days. Brian Poles just needs to make something happen here because his prized possession at quarterback is going to be under a lot of heat for the rest of the season with this offensive line. I don't know how he can sit back and watch this garbage take place and not do anything about it. And I'm not saying Caleb played well. He was fine. He was okay. Didn't make mistakes, but also didn't score a touchdown.